Happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to the 31st of October that I'll be giving you this prediction reading for Halloween. Yes, very spooky. I know some of you guys get really into it over there in America and probably Canada, I'm guessing. Now, this week, we've been sort of talking a lot about renaming a few things on my channel. We have called ourselves the BS detectors instead of conspiracy theorists. We've had a vote and that was the final outcome, which just suits us perfectly, doesn't it? The bullshit detectors. And also having a little competition where we're voting for the names of the new book that we're rewriting, because the book we're rewriting is about the awakening process. And we're not part of the COVID agenda story anymore. We've decided to rewrite our own book. I've got a couple extra new ones. If you haven't seen my previous videos before this one, I've listed a lot on there and you can go and have your vote if you want to go and check those videos out and have your vote. And I've got two new ones. Escape from Clown World, which is just hilarious, and Escape from Evil Clown World. So there's a couple of new ones, so keep your votes coming in, guys. And we're also thinking of names for the people waking up, because I have to use the people waking up all the time. We've got a few ones like castaways, drifters, sleepers, things like that. So go and watch my previous couple of videos and there'll be a list on there. I'll go through them again in the next couple of days. So keep those coming in, guys. And we'll just get started and see what comes up on Halloween. I'm just getting I'm getting the CV virus. We won't say it. The gift that keeps on giving. Yep, there's more. I told you it's hit the shores here in Australia. Yep, it's arrived. It's here. Oh, God. It's like they're showing me like this TV show, like it's called Temptation or something like that, and you press the buzzer. And they're showing me they're like rating it now. These CV variants are getting rated, oh, God, to their level of danger. And this is like, as they keep saying, 80% more contagious, 80% worse, more chance of dying with this, of course. So they're showing me like this game of temptation where they're hitting the buzzer and then they're saying it's 80% more contagious, and they go, correct. And it's like this game show. I'm getting that around the CV virus. And then the next question will be asked about the virus, and then they go, boom, and they answer the question. They go, yes, and they go, it's creating a lot of myocarditis and terrible side effects. Yes, and they win a point. So this is what I'm getting. They're showing me this game of, it's like one of those TV host show games, but it's around the CB virus. And what they're saying is that everything's getting confirmed, that this is the worst one ever. You know, the death rate's higher. Basically, that's what it's showing. Because as we see it, of course, again, for all of us, it's just a game show. It's like one of those game shows, like Temptation, or, I don't know, you have all these TV game shows, and it's just a game. Well, this is what it is to these elites. This is all just a big game. And they can just hit the buzzer and put out whatever they want. And the thing is, people are watching that show to see what they're going to answer with, basically. That's just an analogy and a comparison, but that's what I'm getting, this temptation. It's very tempting for these leaders to make it the worst one yet, and it's even more dangerous, and you've got to get your extra boosted jab to survive this one, because it's even worse. There's no such thing as natural immunity. And even in Australia here, they said that the old jabs haven't worked. They're not going to work for this variant. Of course they're not, because you need fresh jabs, don't you? And now, oh yeah, they're putting the prices of the jabs up. Have you heard the latest? I think they were $30, weren't they? Sorry, guys. You know, the energy, very exhausting. They were $30, and I think Big Pharma, according to Redacted, has put it up to 120 or something now. Wonder if people are going to be willing to pay that, because we're all paying for these things, remember? It all comes out of our money. So, you know, whether we want to pay for them or not, we're paying for all the jabs. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, yes, another rate rise here in Australia too, by the way. This is our 7th this year. It's coming tomorrow to a town near you. Yeah, more crap coming. No surprise for us, is it? You just go. And people are wanting them to put a cap on it now. Who? I haven't seen anyone standing up in Australia. What is wrong with these people? Their lives are being taken down right in front of them, and they're all just taking it. These voodoo dolls are still just taking it. Where's their fight? Maybe they're just sat downtrodden and they can't think clear. They know it's happening. But some people are waking up, because we've got farmers and that come into our work, and they're actually talking about this a lot to my husband at work. And farmers don't talk a lot. As anyone who deals with farmers out there knows, they're quite dry because they're isolated. They have very limited conversation. Not all, just, they're sort of known for it. But they've even been coming and talking about they don't want to be tracked and traced and this kind of thing. So it's kind of starting to filter out. We have to take everything as a positive. We just wish they would stand up and fight back a little, don't we? It's nuts. All right, let's see where else we go today. Getting Paris is rising. Paris is claiming back what's theirs. They want to take their city back in Paris. We might not be seeing this on mainstream media, of course. They only show you all the doom and gloom and the things they want to show you. But I am getting that Paris is rising. They've had enough. People in Paris are exhausted, worn out, and they want to take back their city. That's what I'm getting for Paris. They want to take back their city. Now they're trying to work out the how. Hang on a minute. See, they're showing me like the French people. They want to get back to, they're showing me them sort of sitting in coffee shops, eating pastries and sitting at patisseries and eating beautiful fresh donuts and being outside and feeling alive and having space. They don't want to be locked away. See, that comes back to that climate lockdowns is probably what we're getting to. People in Paris and that don't want to be dealing with this. See, Macron's hitting them very hard at the moment, and it's becoming overwhelming for these people to deal with. So they know they've got to do something. I wish they'd do anything. No one does anything, or do they, and we just don't see it. See, this is the confusing part about all this, isn't it, guys? Are things happening and we're just not seeing it? Probably. Let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting Melbourne. Melbourne here, which is the most locked down city in the world that I always tell you about in Victoria, the state of Victoria, they're coming to the vote. They're coming to the vote in November. And that's the Dan Andrews, yes, where he was extremely harsh in his measures and even closed the kids' playgrounds and everything. People were locked up in their homes for 2 years. Well, he's coming to the vote. Unfortunately, he's very, I would say, corrupt. And he gets away with everything. I've told you that before. He comes to hearings and end up sacking the people in Melbourne. They are exhausted. Honestly, they can't keep going. How's the tide energy today? It's just ridiculous. Because that people feel like, that's why I'm getting that tide energy with Melbourne. They feel like this is a losing battle. How can they win against a dictating tyrant like Dan? And see, I was saying that to my husband actually last night. The thing we have to remember, when Melbourne went through a lot of that lockdown, they had a mass exit. People left Victoria in droves. I suppose it was like in Canada. A lot of people left there too, didn't they? And they moved to Queensland. People just moved away. They'd had enough of his nonsense and garbage. So that's probably moved a lot of people who would have voted against him have moved away. So I do believe this is going to be an interesting battle come November as to how the outcome of all this is going to be. I think most of us here know pretty much the outcome of it, don't we? Just saying. Let's see where else we go. They're showing me like a map of the world or the globe, and the fires are starting. When I think about the fires, these are the truth movements. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Honestly, people have had enough. People are being broken down. Their spirit is being broken down, but they're starting to ignite. I do feel I'm getting this visual of people igniting globally. They're heating up inside because we know the anger's been rising for ages, but now they've found that spark to bring them to life, to fight back. So I am getting these global fight backs are starting to ignite. God, they need to hurry up, don't they? It's all really nearly on our doorstep. Sorry, I got watery eyes today with spring, guys. It's nearly on our doorstep. Hang on a minute. God, the guides are saying that someone has to turn the page on this COVID agenda story. Maybe the BS detectives could turn the page and see what's underneath on the next chapter, because it's going to be horrifying. Speaking of Halloween, it's saying this is going to be a horrifying chapter that's coming next. People aren't aware of what's coming next. Hang on, let's see if we can get something in a minute. God, they're showing me pictures of like bulldozing, and it's showing me the bulldozer trying to knock over the mountain. Now, I always talk here about our how we get raised up by the guides and put up on mountains so we could get... Oh, sorry guys, this is ridiculous, this journey. So we can get the viewpoint on mountains. But it's showing me these global elites are going to try and come and bulldoze the mountain. This is going to be very challenging even for us. So we have to be mentally and physically prepared for what might be ahead. Really turbulent times where they're just going to try and plow over everybody virtually and bulldoze them over, including us. We know they've tried to do that before. Didn't work so well because we just moved away onto a different mountain. But I am getting this en masse. They're really trying to do. I did say the big takedowns were coming. Well, the next chapter of the book, hang on a minute. Let's see what we get. Yeah, this is the global corporatization. This is the big takeovers of everything. See, people would be shocked if they knew how much China owns, how much BlackRock owns. People would be shocked if they knew that this is how these mobs work, that they're just big takeover merchants and they come in and just take everything over. So I am getting, we're still in this big giant takeover at the moment. They're really pushing the giant takeover and they want to take down and take over everybody. And it's showing me them looking out from their glass houses. These are the global elites. It's like they've, in their towers, they're all made of glass, so they can see it all happening around them. This is the kind of sick people that they are, that we're dealing with, as we know. They like to see it all unfolding before their eyes. They love to see the takedown and experience the takedown. They want to visually experience it. That's what I'm getting. Their towers are made of glass, so they have really good vision. And it's not like it's a mountain. It's just like they're sitting up in their penthouse looking around at all the peasants that are starting to fall now. Oh, it's so sick, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Yeah, I'm getting the fight backs begin. See, I still believe this is the Great Awakening process. I honestly do. I know it's hard to see, but I honestly do. So we've got the fight back starting now, which is the igniting of their little fires globally. They are starting to happen. There's a lot of law cases. We're talking about that a lot here. Lawsuits, law cases, people coming together and filing for, I guess you could say, the discrimination against the unjabbed. Lots of these kind of things are currently like going on at the moment, which is the fires igniting as well. Let's see what else we get. See, this is what the guides keep saying. These little people can't control the masses. These, not little people, these small group rather of global elites can't control the masses. The masses can still run free. It's a choice that they can make. So we're at this tipping point now in the awakening process where the people can still tip the narrative over. because it's not going to perfection. It's not going super smoothly. People still have the ability to shift and shape the future. I wish they'd hurry up, don't you? But I am getting that. Hang on a minute. Let's see where else we go. I'm getting London's outcrying, and London is in a real uproar. They're starting to see through things now. They are. They're starting to see the truth. It's like they've got the binoculars and they're starting to see things from afar. And they're starting to, you know, when you get binoculars, you have to like focus them for the picture to become clear. Because sometimes when you put them up, it can still be really blurry. Well, they've got it. The people are starting to twist the binoculars now, so things are becoming a lot clearer, meaning their life is going down the drain very quickly. So they're getting their binoculars and they're starting to see things clearer, and this is great. It's what we want them to do. That's in London. And now I'm getting London Square, whatever that is. What's London Square? I can't remember. London Square. But again, they're showing me the town crier. Thank you, guys. I think that was you, Catherine, wasn't it? The town crier. I don't know about these things sometimes because we never had them in Australia. The town crier. And he's like, here. And then he's making another announcement. So I feel like you're going to get another big announcement in London. It might be like the retraction of a statement about global finances. See, they're going to give people the illusion that they're resolving the issues. We know they are, because they want the people to feel safe. They know they have to give the people this little buffer of period of time to make them feel safe. Like, no, we're slowing down the economy. We're taking control of it. You have nothing to be scared of. And see, this could be Sushi trying to create this illusion as well. I feel like they're going to pretend they've put the brakes on, and that now they're as a government, they're getting a handle on it all. So as little people, you don't have to be worried anymore, even though we know it's not true. But this is what they're going to start to create. That, yeah, we might not be able to fix this area, but look what we're doing in this area. So again, this is where the town cry is coming out. They're going to announce that they're saving you money with this. It might not be with the things that people want, because we know they never do that. But they're going to start to focus on other things. Like, we're going to give you, for example, a tax cut. Or we're going to give you a decrease in your phone bills. Or there's going to be this like false illusion that you're getting all this wonderful benefit from. But the whole time, everything's still going up. So I do feel it's the old distraction method. But again, it's that robbing Peter to pay Paul, or whatever that saying is. That's what I'm getting. It's all trickery, because all it is it's like juggling. They're just juggling all their balls in the air, and it's like an illusion. It's like when someone's juggling really fast, the balls are going in the air and you can't even see them sometimes if they're really quick. But if it's very slow, you can see the balls. But see, if they do it all really quick, you're not going to see anything, because you're not going to be any the wiser. So that's what I'm kind of getting over there at the moment in England, London, probably the UK. They're going to do the town crier coming out announcing something that you're going to get this great benefit from, but it's not going to be what you want the benefit from. So it's like, oh yeah, we're really helping you, and not. We know they're not. We know they're helping themselves. So that's what I'm getting over there. Hang on a sec. I'll see if there's something else to close with today. God, they're showing me Americans. Americans are finding this very hard to navigate. They are. Americans feel like there's no way out of this crazy maze. I think we talked about a maze the other week, didn't we? But it's this really complex maze that's so high you can't even see over the top, and you can't see underneath. So you can't find a way clear. That's how the people in America are feeling. They're completely lost in a maze, and there's like no way out, because they're not being given any light at the end of the tunnel, really, are they? I know you got midterms or something, isn't it, you talk about over there. But there's no light being given to the people of America. There really isn't. I mean, God, I think people would absolutely love Trump to come back in, to be honest, at the moment. Just for a change of scenery, to be honest. People in America are very lost on getting that maze, like big maze with the hedge, you know, those kind of mazes where it just goes on and on and on and you just can't find your way out. That's such an, you know, it's such a challenging thing, isn't it? So I feel like that's what people are seeing at the moment. There's no light at the end, at the minute, for the people in America, because they just want change. But it's like it's not coming. It's like the whole Biden thing. It's just not being talked about. It's just getting worse. Everyone's just covering it up and sweeping it under the carpet like everything else. God, it's just getting nuts, isn't it? So I do feel like the people in America at the moment are feeling completely lost. And it's that hopelessness again. You know, you've got to have that hope. But they're not being given any hope. I mean, what hope are they being given over there at the moment? You're not being given anything. You know, lots of false promises, and Biden saying he's done this and he's done that and he beat Big Pharma and like, what's he, no one can even make sense of what he's talking about, basically. So that doesn't give you a lot of hope moving forward, does it, when you can't even understand what your leader's talking about and he's too busy eating ice cream and things like that. Oh, God. So I am getting at the moment, there's a lot of that. I guess it's that these are pivotal times moving forward and you just want to know what's going to happen, don't you, in America? Let me see if there's something else to close with today. Oh, you got to love the guides, haven't you? They're giving me that Eminem song, Slim Shady, with the real Slim Shady, please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. It's a rap song, if anyone's heard it. It's pretty popular. You'd know it if you heard it. And that's talking about Biden. They're just saying it's such a circus show now that with the real Biden, please stand up, please stand up, please stand up, by Eminem. Go check that out. I think it's called Slim Shady, actually. Funny song. It's a funny song. Oh, because it's a comedy show. We call it here the clown show, which is what this whole everything is. I mean, here we are. We've got this genomic reset coming out and people don't think it's real. And now it's just becoming like a big clown show. Oh, my goodness. Honestly, these global elites must be sitting back in their recliner chairs and couches just giggling at all of this. They would have to be, because it's piss easy to roll it out. It's unbelievable. I do not personally know how people are not up in arms about their lives being taken from them, the cost of living, their world being dictated to. How do you not stand up to that? I just don't even get it. I don't even get it. I don't get it. Give me your opinion down below, because I just want to know if you guys sometimes feel that frustrated as well as I do, because it just seems idiotic to me. Hang on a minute. I'll see if there's something to close with today. They're just saying to me, like, the BS detectors won't be belittled anymore. We won't. We just won't take their crap anymore. We've become so much stronger in our strength, our convictions. We know to stay supported in numbers. We don't isolate ourselves anymore. We stay strong with like kind. It's like saying we know how to sew the fabric of our life. We know how to create and keep, it's almost like building a patchwork blanket, I guess, is what they're trying to say. We keep adding patches to our blanket of new experiences and new adventures. And if you think of a nice, like, knitted or patchwork blanket, or it kind of is something that keeps you warm and nurtured. It's almost like a throw rug. So that's the energy I'm kind of getting. We have the ability to nurture ourselves, keep ourselves warm. You might need to knit a blanket if you're overseas and make a patchwork quilt to keep yourself warm over winter if you're not allowed to use your heating. So that's what I'm getting for us. We're building on our patchwork blankets, and we're just going to keep getting warmer and more nurtured and looking after ourselves, because we know how to do it. we've taught ourselves and given ourselves the skills to keep moving forward. So we're not going to be belittled anymore. We're just not going to allow it. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Take care, everybody. Keep your votes coming in. I'll talk to you in another day or two. We'll do the final one. I've got one that's very popular at the moment that's got quite a few votes for the book is Journey to Terabella, which is absolutely fantastic. Or I like Escape from Clown World too. Oh, honestly, it's great to have a laugh on here, isn't it? Go check out the song Slim Shady. I think in America that'll give you a good laugh because I think you actually need it over there. So I'll say goodbye from Australia and have a wonderful day. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.